Hello everyone and welcome. I'm your host Jitsuko Toshiro, bringing you the latest updates regarding the cryptocurrency market. Before we get started, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will basically enter you in a chance to win $100 in USDT. And if you want to as well, check me out on Twitter where I post my recent trades and all of the updates regarding the cryptocurrency market. This was my most recent winner. It was an 80% move on high leverage, and I basically tell you guys everything I'm about to do all in these videos. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at BTC. So as you can see here, we had a massive move to the upside. It was basically a 30% move that retraced the FTX crash. Now, one of the things I want to tell you guys is in crypto, and usually in most bear markets, you do get a bear rally. So I think that is what's happening right now. It's officially begun. One of the things with bear rallies is they can actually do really well percentage wise. I'm not saying that we're not going to get that capitulation just yet, but I am wanting to let you guys know that these rallies, they tend to move high. Now, one of the things I'm looking at is the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, one of my favorite indicators. As you can see here, we did print a bear signal on the RSI. We are really overbought. That was the move that I caught that got me the 80% move to the downside. Right now, I'm actually fixing a position. I think what's going to happen in the near term is we're going to get some more consolidation here before we break down or up. But let me warn you guys, if you guys are shorting this, the more we consolidate, the more likely we do break up to the upside. That is just a given fact. That we have to actually reverse this. If you are hoping to short this, we need to reverse it quick. And let me show you something that might be good news for the bears, because I know there's a lot of bears on my feed. One of the things that did occur was a falling wedge. So as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines. Let me make that bright for you. As you can see here, we had a falling wedge form basically, and it basically took the target so if you take it from the base to the height, you get the target that you're looking for. You might have maybe undershot it a bit, but it was pretty good trade overall. This was the trade that I used for my profits, and now we're kind of just consolidating here. What I think is going to occur actually is we're going to get some nice retracement up to these levels up here in the 21,400 area. That might be a hot zone to short if you're looking to look for a short. But as far as the daily goes, we really don't have much to work with other than basically waiting for this thing to make another move. It's consolidating for now. We do have a very overbought cryptocurrency market, so I do expect some retracements. Another indicator that you can use to see kind of where we're going to retrace to are the EMAs. The EMA ribbons are basically a nice little area where you can probably get a bounce. I'm not saying that bounce will take you to new all-time highs, but that bounce will definitely serve you well, maybe for a 5% move, and then we're probably headed lower. One more thing I want to point out while we're on the topic of Bitcoin, because basically with Bitcoin, it pretty much runs the rest of the cryptocurrency market. We're looking at this 200-day EMA, and if you're looking at the screen right now, it's this blue line. As you can see here, we haven't really touched it since April of 2022. I've mentioned this on my Twitter plenty of times, and this is an important level to look at. And the reason why is because the last time we went over it, we actually consolidated here for a couple days before we eventually broke down. So I want you guys to keep your eye on that and make sure that you're taking notes on this EMA. We are above it right now. It is holding really well. And I think that we could get a few more fake outs, maybe even up to 22,000 before we break down. Keep in mind that happened here around the $40,000 mark, and it caught a lot of people off guard, especially when we moved down. And I'm just warning you guys right now, we haven't touched this since that last move. So we might be due for another big move soon. One more thing I want to point out is we are approaching the key resistance here that is from the old all-time highs. I mean, you couldn't ask it to be any prettier than this. So if you are looking for a long, we might actually head up to this resistance, and then you can take profits here. So just wait for things to play out. Give it some time for the longs to get trapped up here. We might retrace down a bit and fake out some bears and then come up. That's what I am calling right now. I think that's what might occur. So just keep that in mind. This 200-day EMA is the key level. It has been, and this resistance was from the old all-time highs. and now we're in a hot zone. So get ready for the craziest volatility of your life. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum looks nice. I did draw some preset charts for you guys just so I can go over a few things. Number one, we do have our little trend line here with the all-time highs as well. And as you can see, we are coinciding with a very significant resistance. There are two scenarios that can play out. You can have this basically reverse here right now, or we could actually head higher on Ethereum, which Ethereum likes to do, actually head higher before it heads lower. It is the it's a bigger beta to Bitcoin. So take a look here. We're above the 200 EMA, and then like I said before in the past, you can see that we've been here before, and we've hovered above that 200 EMA. And eventually what happens is we get that massive sell-off. And the last time we had that massive sell-off to the downside, let's take it from the top to the bottom, it was about a 70% move with no reliefs in between until we finally got that relief in August. I think that's what's going to happen sooner or later with Ethereum. A 70% move will take us all the way down to the target that I have highlighted here. And that target is basically around $400 of Ethereum, $500 Ethereum. Let's take a look at Solana. That's another hot token that everyone's looking at. As you can see here, I did put some pre-made charts, and Solana is a very interesting chart. The reason being is because let's look at the more long-term chart over here. One of the things with Solana that I think is very impressive is the volatility in this token. So you can see that its all-time highs were around $267. We created a massive head and shoulders. You can see I outlined it there. And then I wanted to say one thing with Solana is I think we might get one more leg up just to retest this trend line. This trend line is key for Solana, and I think you should keep your eyes on it. It's a really good short entry. You can basically retrace that move all the way down to at least $6 before we head over to our lowest target. My lowest target for Solana is $3.60. I will ape into Solana if that's the case. I don't think we'll make it to the sub $1 Solana. That just doesn't sound realistic, but anything can happen in crypto. And remember, this move to the downside from this trend line was a solid 70% move. I wouldn't be surprised if we just take this back, not even 70%. Let's say that's the bottom of Solana. Let's say we take it 50%. That's still a good move if you're trading this. Let's look at Binance. And Binance, I have a preset chart here too. And you guys already know what my perspective is on this. It's very bearish. Bitcoin is, Binance is full of a lot of hot air. What do I mean by that? So basically what happened was there was a bunch of institutional investors, or I don't know who, that bought up Binance within the span of like a few days and filled it up with non-traded liquidity. This isn't healthy liquidity. This is basically full of hot air. So if this one whale wants to take out, they can. Rumors are it's CZ just pumping his own token and dumping on his people. I'm not one to trade the FUD, but I am here to trade the chart. So let's look at the TA for Binance. As you can see here, we have created a descending triangle, and I've been harping on this descending triangle to play through. One of the things that is a key master area of resistance is this horizontal resistance, meaning this diagonal resistance. This is a key area of basically where you want to enter your short. I think that if you do get a short there, you are going to make a move that's going to be massive. And the move can take you all the way at least to the support line. And let's measure that move here. So if you do enter a short here and you take it all the way down, that's a 40% move to the downside. So you do benefit a lot from that type of move. Just keep this area in mind. We might break down from here, but I highly doubt it. If Bitcoin makes new highs, we can possibly head up here. The thing is, the whole market is bearish, right? So until the market flips bullish again, I don't think we're going to head down any lower, unfortunately. I think there's just too much negative sentiment in the area. Right now, I actually benefit being a contrarian trader. So just keep eye on the sentiment of the market, and it can help you basically make decisions regarding your trades. Last thing I would like to do, I don't really cover stocks, but I do want to keep an eye on the SPY because it is correlated with Bitcoin. Last time I discussed this token, the stocks, it was basically in my Twitter, and I wanted to mention there was one thing that I thought was going to bring the price of the whole market up, and it was this gap. So a couple days ago, before Bitcoin made that 30% move, I warned people to watch out that the gap has not been closed here. And we did have that move to the upside. As you can see, we had a clear rejection from the top, and we just, with the spider, we just keep making more lower highs. And I think that now it's time to retrace to the COVID lows. And I think that we'll at least get to the 350s again soon. So that's what I have going for the SPY. Just give us some time to brew. We do have some gaps to fill on the way down, as you can see in previously traded areas. So that's about it for today. The DXY is hanging on to support, but unfortunately it's not really doing much. We're hanging on well to this support, so it's just going to take some time for it to round out and come up. Other than that, I want you guys to stay safe when you're trading, and remember, always be logical, long the support and short the resistance. If you guys like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My tag is Jitsuko Toshiro. If you are watching this video, please smash that like button. Let's make that algorithm go up. As you can see here, I am posting every single day, giving you guys the content that you deserve. And remember, I am a profitable trader. I do post all my trades on Twitter. My most recent trade was an 80% move. So if you guys like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Share it with your loved ones. Thank you and take care. Good luck.